me physical pain. What's in the bag?
You're right. I should probably do this.
And on this episode of the podcast, we wonder what's in the bag.
Apparently we do. I can edit this in.
Do we want to do this part first?
I'll be
we
real.
want to do this part. We want to do this part.
I'll be real done. I am beyond
I'm already stressed.
anticipation. Show me what's in the bag.
Alright, so this is Dunn's part of the podcast. This is my weekly segment. This is called Dunn's Hot Take.
Oh no, it's hot sauce. It's hot sauce.
Dunn is gonna down this whole thing of hot sauce from Chipotle, and I'm gonna give my hot take first, and then I can sit here and cry, and you guys can debate my hot take, and then I have to respond back without drinking any liquids. Okay, enough said. Down the hatch. Well, actually, wait. Before I do it, I gotta say my hot take. My hot take is that illustration rares and alternate arts like Bubble Mew, sorry, Du Bois, not worth the money and not that cool. There's way better alternate arts out there than Bubble Mew and the stupid Latios Latias. And you can give me that look, and that's fine.
Quick question about the Latios Latios. Are you referring to the GX, the dual
GX,
cards?
the alternate GX.
Lovebird ones.
Yes. But I'm just saying there are so many better ones than the ones that are all hyped up. That is where I'm going to leave that.
All right.
Oh my god.
He's just going. He's not even halfway done.
Dog, there was corn in there.
There was corn in there.
Are we supposed to talk about this?
I'm so glad we're recording. Okay, so honestly, I don't blame you for that. I don't think it's that hot of a take, dog, because I think they're a little overrated, especially in the case of the Bubble Mew.
Well, I agree with the Bubble Mew in particular because I get it's shiny Mew.
It's a cool card.
It is a cool card, but the 151 Mew is honestly a better art. Like,
I even like the promo from the Ultra Premium collection a lot more. The one I think
that's the one I'm
talking
referring
about.
to.
Yep.
Yeah, I genuinely think they're better options.
Okay.
The Lovebirds Latios, I thought it was a neat art, but again, I think the Surging Sparks. I think the Surging Sparks dual arts. Yes, it's 2 cards, but I think they're better overall, and they're honestly cheaper than the Lovebirds combined.
That's true. The other thing that I'd like to throw in that I don't like is the whole new thing with that new Solosis. Have you seen that?
The new
They're
Solosis?
hyping up the new Solosis illustration art, saying that it's from the Bubble Mew picture.
What?
So the card is gaining
the
traction.
Seismitoad.
So the card is gaining traction and hype because there's a little Solosis in the picture, and they're saying that it is from that specific image, which it is clearly not.
I hate
so
that.
it's gaining those traction. The card's jumping up ridiculously in price.
Bro, this
that's
is
another
the
hot
Toad
take.
problem
That's
all
stupid.
over again.
It's stupid.
I hate
it's
that.
It's genuinely the Seismitoad problem. It's why I can't get one of my favorite Pokemon, simply because, it has 666, and it is only inflated by perceived value. Granted, all Pokemon cards are perceived value, but I think there is something to be said in what used to be value in a card that genuinely had effort and love put into it versus the now almost forced value onto a card just because
the manipulation.
It's manipulation of the market via whatever, like starting a trend.
Yeah.
Just to be like, I want this card to be expensive, and maybe they don't, maybe they do, maybe someone's just like, I wonder. Maybe the person didn't mean it in all seriousness to start. Maybe they did. Who knows? But Pokemon cards are already at a place where they're way too expensive.
Yeah.
They are. Like, I should not be paying $10 a pack on release.
It is a bit ridiculous.
It's a bit ridiculous. I understand if inflation causes a price to go up, but we're also valuing a set more expensive than its most expensive cards anymore. Like, a perfect example of this would be not Destined Rivals. Actually, Destined Rivals is also an example. It is the most expensive card in the set is now the value of the box, and that's not how that should be. I'm really hoping that didn't just cut out our video, but I'll cut that out if I need to. But it shouldn't be the defining characteristic of a new set. In an old set, I understand.
I get it with an old set.
In an old set, that is what makes it valuable, is that card is possibly in that set, and it's not in circulation anymore. But you're expecting a market to hold around a card that has just been printed, and the value is only an imaginary number, which, again...
Prismatic's the worst at that. The best example of it, I think. Because Prismatic, it didn't even get a chance to come out, and cards were already thousands of dollars. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
That's a good one.
Like, think about, we are avid collectors of the cards. And...
Gotta remember when we were kids, the top chasers were never even hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, they were, like... This does fit really well with the topic of the episode, what Pokemon means to you.
I have to break it. I gotta get an energy drink. But, keep going.
I can pause the recording if need be.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Keep going.
Actually,
I was just saying I was breaking my bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm good, boys. I'm not.
I'll take a drink too. But
fucking comically large mug.
Yeah, the mug, everybody.
The shit I should need. After fucking downing that shit down there.
You seem to be doing fine.
I am quite impressed. I do have to.
No, you're handling it well.
The years of toothpaste led up to.
Oh, okay. But no, I think that Pokemon to me is a hobby and an enjoyment. Rather, I think it takes backseat as a hobby instead.
Yeah, now it's more of like a money grab right now.
It's a money. It's money
treating
grab
it
right
like
now.
a money grab.
And
Overnight millionaire.
It's not what
shit.
It's not what it used to be for us, especially.
Yeah.
It was something that we loved. It was, hey, we all get together. Like at the release of, we technically did it for with Ian. What was the 3-person draft we did? The Hisuian.
Oh, yeah. Astral. We did
that was right before I got together with you guys.
Yeah, it was Astral. And then our first set we did as a group
together.
was Scarlet and Violet base.
Yeah.
And then the boxes were cheap. Everyone could get their hands on them.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was.
And something we did as a friend group was we sat down, we opened a single box of the set.
Didn't matter if you pulled good or bad.
No, it didn't. And we did pull, Jarrett pulled...
Jared always pulls good.
But no, Jarrett always pulls Artisan.
Oh, yeah. That was Obsidian days. Or the Fire Energy.
That's
the
fire energy. But for us, it was a hobby first. And we had our valuable cards from the history of Pokemon. Like, I have multiple things in the Pokedex binder that I think are of a pretty significant value. Like the Dark Explorer's Shiny Gardevoir. But I tried to trade that away constantly back in the day because it was a $2 card. And no one in any competitive group ever wanted it. And it was a hobby first and like a collector's thing first. Now, anyone who enjoys the hobby, competitive too, is suffering.
Yes.
Like, it's...
I mean, we saw it at the pre-release with... The younger generation doesn't care the same way we did. They're all about the value and the price and the yada and the blah blah blah.
And I mean, he did have a competitive interest in the hobby, and there are always people who valued the value of a card.
Well, of course, but...
And I mean, trust me, we like the expensive cards too.
It's more of a side benefit than it is the initial chase, you know what I mean?
Getting the rarest card is always a great feeling because you know it's the rarest. But that used to be something determined based on rarity rather than price.
Yeah.
And now it changes like every damn day too.
Yes.
That's the crazy part.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What may be number one day may not be the next.
I mean, example, the Scarlet Violet base set, that Drowsy.
Yeah.
It climbed all the way up to like $900 for a minute there.
Yeah, I think I sold it when it was like 70 or 80.
Yeah, and
graded 10.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
And
$900, but
you sold a bunch of cards recently because you bought a house, and I sold my graded cards because I was out of a job for a bit, and it was all right, we are selling out of necessity, not out of or
Not
when
out
you
of-
sell cards, you sell generally to buy more stuff. You buy sealed. You have a sealed
Yeah, I do
collection.
have a sealed collection.
of-
And
Worth
very
like,
impressive.
worth
Yeah,
like 20,000. Yeah.
Never let Dylan
Yeah.
near your sealed collection for your own
No,
safety.
God, no. Ian nor Ian.
Come on,
No.
Jarrett. Let me smell it.
But
Sniffing packs is a slippery slope.
But yeah, for us, it was a matter of collector's value. It was
for sure.
what
Yeah, we're collectible
We-
guys,
we were-
that's for sure.
we were hobbyists and we were collectors first, and now instead it's become I am trying to make money, and half the people aren't even into the hobby at all, and the other half, like it's also bringing people into the environment who are just into it at a base level for the money, and
it kind of just breaks my heart.
yeah, it does, because it also
It's
ruins the
Pokemon.
chance of those who aren't readily around card shops of ever finding packs. Like, I dread to think how many Christmases will be ruined this year.
It's true. I mean,
And it's going to break my heart.
because I'm sure Pokemon means to us, that's love and friendship and camaraderie and all that good stuff.
Well, yeah.
Think of how many kids are and other people, men our age, whatever. Think about how many people are missing out on that,
Exactly.
because of
Yeah, this
our
generation.
current situation.
And this generation of kids can't even just walk into like a Walmart and be like, "Mom, buy me this."
Exactly,
pack."
Yeah,
man.
Like we
the
had.
the
had.
opportunity
Exactly.
to be opening EX Crystal Guardians and ruining the cards. Admittedly, we were 5, 6. We were like we used to play with our cards on the concrete in my driveway.
Be like,
Yep.
this fucker has 100 HP. It's beating you the shit out of your fucking Charmander with.
I
60.
played my
Yeah.
Venusaur
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
your one card. It was
Oh
fun.
crap! A
We didn't-
popsicle fell on it.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
know the rules. We didn't know the rules, and we enjoyed that. And I get games are an avenue, but those are increasing for topics we're not going to touch on. But ultimately, the card game is suffering heavily
because of this.
because of a false perceived value, where the most expensive card used to be a competitive card, which did in theory have a monetary value back in Black and White with Mewtwo EX when it was expensive and
Very
Darkrai.
expensive.
Yeah, they were
Those two
expensive cards.
big dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were like $120
Yeah.
at max, and that was on release, and they would steadily drop. Rayquaza
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
excellent examples.
the reason behind this was because the competitive people could make money off of these cards.
Well,
It
chances
won
are they were already
tournaments.
making
It got to
Mewtwo.
prize packs.
Yeah, exactly.
Shaman EX.
Yes,
you
the
had to
Shaman
run
EX.
3 or 4 of them in a deck.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people were buying 3-4 copies of them a piece. So
and
the prices were crazy.
and now we are at a point
through the
where it is no longer the best card is the most valuable. It is I have decided this is the most valuable. Now,
It's usually fan favorites. I have. We've all noticed it. I mean,
mean, yeah.
Charizards, Pikachu's,
Gengars.
Gengars,
Yeah.
Evolutions. Obviously, fan favorites are the most
well,
expensive. And you can blame that on market manipulation.
Here's my
Lovely.
other thing. I'm not going to say that cards should be worthless. I think illustration rares deserve to be worthy of 5, 6, even 20 for some cards.
Yeah.
I think that's a more than fair ask. And the Zekrom and Reshiram, from Black Bolt and White Flare, if those sit at $50, I understand. But $400, I don't know if that's
But those are the
actually-
special ones. But the regular, just the illustration rares that I pulled, they were 400 when the set came out. They're down to 2 now.
That's
They-
still,
but still,
it's
it's
still
200.
crazy.
It still
you
is
know,
way
like,
higher than I would.
I mean,
200
it's still
is
just
obscene.
crazy.
Yeah.
Not
Cynthia's Garchomp, Giovanni's Mewtwo. Yes, they're good. They're good cards.
excellent
Again,
examples though, because
do you know how hard
these
we had
sets
to
are
try?
brand new, and they cost hundreds, near thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm gonna bring up Prismatic again because that's the best example of it. The set had been out 4 days, and the Umbreon was what, $1,700?
Something like that, yeah.
That's crazy. When we were kids, the top chasers were $50 at best.
The Charizard was $250.
Yes.
Now, I have the stupid collector's guide from the 2000s when we were kids. I showed you the pictures, which that was a great nostalgia trip, and we'll talk about the better sides of Pokemon in a minute.
Yeah, I knew we'd end up ranting about the upsetting part.
It was going to happen, and I think it's good we got it out now. I appreciate the hot take.
Hot take. It's got to come every week. There's going to be a hot take.
Hey, keep it coming.
This is actually a good bit. We need to get you some spicier hot sauce.
Yeah, we will. I'm not doing like the bomb or nothing.
No, I'll get you some like slap you mama.
Whoa, now. Whoa. Don't be doing that.
We ain't got to chug like a whole thing of it, but like you got to take a little shot glass of it or something, you know.
A little swig.
Honestly, dude, that could be a good. I'll be down. I'll jump in on that. I'll be like, all right, today's my hot take. I think the Johto region has mid Pokemon.
Well, that's all. we had like a 3-hour long discussion about this the night we came up with the podcast.
Yeah.
But we're not here to complain right now. I feel like that discussion was definitely rooted in why Pokemon matters to us and our problems with the current state of things.
Yes, no, our problems stem simply because of how much it matters to us and how much it means to us.
Yeah, like
as people, I mean,
we've been playing the games for years.
20 fucking years.
Even when we stopped collecting the cards, we had the games or we would talk about it. It never, like, you still played your Game Boy religiously. Even when you didn't play Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield.
It's actually sitting in here somewhere or wherever that green bag is that I left here.
Another one.
I think
another bag with hot sauce in it.
No.
The green bag. Point is, there's Game Boy. It's got all the classic stuff.
Yeah. It's the point of Pokemon matters a lot to us. We each love it in our own very different ways, and if it's alright if I start,
go for it.
I think Pokemon means to me is the memories of my friends until this point. I can remember first being introduced to Pokemon, going across the street and seeing you and Kevin at the time.
Yes.
That's a name you probably haven't heard in a while.
Not in a while.
And you had these Pokemon cards, and I'm like, what is this? And you're telling me about it, and I'm looking at these. I'm like, these little monsters. They're fascinating. They're cool designs. They're like I love each and every one of them in their own special way. Nowadays there are certain, even in the older generations, there are certain Pokemon I have my gripes with. But I was like, these are cool. These are great. And being, a 5-year-old child, I remember I got my first Pokemon cards from someone from church. And then there were 4 cards. It was a Vulpix, a Water Energy, a Psychic Energy, a Kingler, and a Magnemite. And I loved those 4 cards to death. I would play with them consistently. And I'd bring them over to show you and Kevin, and you're like, shut up, idiot. Because, you'd been buying packs. Peon. Yeah. But through that, eventually I got my first DS. I got Pearl. And I maxed out the hours in Pearl. I did everything there was to do in Pearl.
He got that level 100 Bidoof, I'll have you know.
No, that was Ian, actually.
Oh, okay, close enough.
My first level 100 Pokemon was my Infernape, who I still have sitting in my Scarlet and Violet right now. Nice. Kevin the Infernape.
Nice. Ironic.
Also, the Staraptor named Travis. I don't know what happened to Jarrett. I'll be entirely honest.
I just remember I was the Shinx, and then you went to evolve, and I hit B on the DS, and then you
I'm
didn't evolve.
So mad at you.
Then you cried, and then your dad yelled at me.
It was like a 6 or 7-year-old rage. I remember this, but
raging as a 7-year-old, as a 10-year-old. Yeah.
But then
makes sense.
Going from that to playground Pokemon cards with you and Ian and.
Man,
that was
low-key drug trafficking. We had the same kids coming to us every day, being like, "You got Pokemon?"
And everyone's,
I know you got good.
Everyone's like, "I got this Entei for you," and you're like, "I don't fucking want your Entei."
Remember taking them, be like, "I'll take it, but I ain't giving you nothing." Everyone had them.
Well, it was that, or I'll give you this for the Entei because the Entei was worthless.
Yeah.
You always had that one poor kid that would just pick up the rocks. I'll trade you the rocks.
Yeah. But and then going from that to playing through the games one by one, and I think the culmination of our experience, like we battle for hours, play in the underground, we do all that, but I think the peak of the experience really starts in X and Y.
Shiny hunting.
When
building our competitive teams. I mean,
Nuzlocke and Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Awake.
Don't.
Anyway,
My
that's
boy.
for another pod. That's for another.
My boy.
My
poor boy.
I could spend hours talking about that story.
I keep derailing. My bad.
No, that's on
That's
topic.
on topic.
That
That's
is
what
passion.
Pokemon means to me.
It'll get there.
How many eggs?
3,269 or 68, something like that.
I don't know.
3,260. We'll just say that.
Yeah, not a small number. But going through and building competitive teams, actually going to VGC tournaments. Brian, and Justin, you got into the card game. You went to a few regionals, even, and didn't you end up going to Worlds once or twice?
I didn't go to Worlds. Justin did. But
Justin went to Worlds.
My first tournament ever was with you guys, actually.
Yeah, I remember that was X and Y, and I built that really terrible Sandstorm team because I refused to fall into a meta, and I'm like, I want to use my favorite Pokemon, and I still do that, and I still suck.
I couldn't blame you because I do that, but I usually build glass cannon teams, so I as long as I hit you, I win.
But and then going from that, like those moments of playing Pokemon, and still a peak memory to me is you guys were really into competitive at the time, and Plasma Freeze had come out when we were all at the pre-release. I was telling Dylan
I had
about
dreams
this.
of that shit, but anyways, keep going.
I remember saying to the three of you who were deep into competitive, you had your whole thing. I'm like, guys, I think this Crobat Articuno deck is gonna be something. And I remember each and every one of you looked at me and went, no.
Well,
and that my defining moment was being right. But and then going from those memories to, we did wane off of Pokemon, but we still played the games. Life happened.
and we still cared,
We still cared. We still talked about the cards. But
our old memories,
Yeah.
Oh, we still would talk about it, and we'd still get together and play Pokemon. It was all of these moments and memories of our childhood together. And then, one by one, we went off to college. We went off to high school. Or, after high school, life happened. And then 2-3 years ago now? Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, right around Scarlet Violet.
So, because Sword and Shield, actually, Legends Arceus came out.
I would say it was right around
Legends Arceus.
Right around there
and
is what got us.
All of us were excited.
Arceus, you damn dog.
It was God's plan all along.
But being back in Sinnoh brought us back to that first moment of childhood. Our first games. Diamond for both of you, Pearl for me and Ian.
Yeah.
My first game was Ruby on the Game Boy.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry.
I had older cousins. Remember, I got introduced to Pokemon.
My first
early.
game was was Leaf Green.
Yeah, but my immediate
Leaf
after
Green's
was
so
Fire
good.
Red. Like Pearl and Fire Red, I got them. I think birthday and Christmas was how that happened.
Nice.
But
Peak games, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll leave it at that.
Coming up to current, we then have one of you started buying Korean boxes again because you were finally out of college, and you're like, hey,
we should rip some.
We should rip some together.
Pretty cheap.
And we were finally waning off of Magic because this is not a Magic podcast.
Not at all.
No. We're not going to talk.
I don't even like Magic.
You're right to. You're very right to. And
calm down, Chris Angel. Anyways,
But
Mind free.
then you, me, and Ian, I don't remember if you pitched the idea to Ian or to me at first, but we're like, hey, we should do some Brilliant Stars. And then when I finally moved into my apartment, or Brilliant Stars, right?
We did
Astral Radiance. You're like, hey, we should draft this, and so we did.
And we basically did it because of Legends Arceus too.
Yeah, and we did it
opened
because
so
of
much
Legends
Astral.
Arceus.
Yeah.
And I remember at the release of Legends Arceus at the same time, you and I had been talking about it for weeks.
Oh, God.
Since release, we'd been talking about it. But on release night, so for some reason, Pokemon releases coincide with my birthday. I always take my birthday week off of work. And I worked at a certain retail store that I do not favor. But
We don't need their lawyers after us.
yeah, exactly. That's kind of the whole thing. We had been talking, and I had the week off of work, and I booted up Legends Arceus the night it came out, because that was the start of my vacation. And I did nothing but play it for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And I remember I sent you the entire living dex I had caught 88 hours later. It's something like...
I did do that.
Probably like 5... It was 5 total days it took me. Maybe it was longer. But I remember booting up the game and then us talking about the reveal of Volo. A great... It's Pokemon. It's very Pokemon.
It brought back the core elements of what Pokemon feels like as a game.
Exactly. And then you and I talking about this, and you were saying, man, I've been opening cards a lot lately. And I'm like, we just did a draft. We should all get together and do a draft.
And that's when we did
Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ian joined in, and he had to take a brief siesta from our group.
Well,
and then for a while,
back for a minute.
Life happens.
For a while, it was the three of us, and then Gary saw us and was like, "I would love to jump in on this with you guys."
Yep.
And we were probably spending too much. Then
Probably.
Then. Says the full obsidian case.
No.
We're not talking about those numbers now.
We're not talking. Yeah. Now it's like we struggle to get.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
But yeah, like even more recently, Ian came back up. We had Gary here with the three of us, and we did our draft.
Yeah,
it took months to get it all together, but it was amazing.
It took us almost a year to get this draft together.
Shit.
But we never give up, because this is it. This is what brings us together.
Exactly, and it is a core piece of our ability. It's not necessarily that it is what makes us friends, but it is a piece in the memories and the history, a core piece of our friendships. It is not what built those friendships. It's not those lighter, darker moments, but it is those good times.
It was the binding glue through everything.
That's a great way of putting it. But that I'd say that's what Pokemon means to me, and that and all hail Lord Rhinoceros. But
you're just mad he's weak to Steel type, and Aegislash is better than him.
Damn, you guys.
How dare you? How dare you right now? I'll whip out the Rhinoceros brigade.
JD's and Littleman, you got them.
I can't even use Reginald, alright? But one Reginald would be enough. You can bust out an army of Rhinoceros. One Reginald is all
They all
I
have
need.
Sturdy and Earthquake.
One Reginald is all I need.
100 Rhinoceros versus one Reginald.
It would win.
It would win.
One Reginald is all I need.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
But,
is the weakness policy still in the game?
it is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're going to take a really quick pause, and then I'm going to...
Commercial break, boys.
Yeah, commercial break. More like...
Use
Take a
Manscaped.
dump break.
Yeah.
Use Manscaped.
The Lawnmower 4.0.
We are not sponsored. This is
Use
dumb.
code Pokeballs.
Don't forget to...
Yeah, buy the cream for it, too.
Donate money
so you
to
don't, like,
the Pokemon
shave your
Fund.
nuts off.
All right.
We,
All right. We're commercial break. Commercial break.
Right, commercial break. A real one.
But, so... Remember, code Pokeballs.
The lawnmower. Yeah.
The Elite Fourcast is not affiliated with the Manscaped company in any way, shape, or form.
Please don't sue us, but I guess.
But maybe a sponsorship?
Yeah, sponsor would be cool. We could
Yeah. But
That's
no.
about all I got.
So,
I don't know, you
our
kinda-
commercial break segment over.
Yep.
Pokemon to me means the friendship and memories and the foundation we built it upon, but also the cool experiences I got to have because of it. I would say drafts have been an excellent
For sure.
You kind of touched base on.
That kind of nailed it on the head.
Yeah, no.
Everything recently, yeah.
At least, especially recently as an adult. As a child, it was different. It was the mystical wonder and the cool factor. As an adult, it's the memories I made, the people I've been with.
Yep.
That sort of corny bullcrap.
Yeah,
but,
it's all
you know,
cliche as hell.
But
it's true.
that's how you know it's real, is when it's corny and it sounds stupid. That's how you know it means something to you,
Yeah.
Well, like, hell, even going to the pre-release with you, Cody, and Ian.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like, I don't get to do things with Cody, and
Yeah, no, especially Pokemon related. That guy hasn't done anything Pokemon related in 15 years.
I was gonna say, like, not to cut you guys off from that.
no, absolutely.
But, like, recently a bunch of friends, like, that I used to play competitively with all the time, we all reconnected. Like, we've been hanging out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah,
We
it's-
even had, like, a little mini draft, like, me and my
Pokemon's
buddies. So,
and
bringing everyone
it's
together,
the connection and
It is.
friendships and the memories, and it is not that the current state of things sours those friendship. It makes you wish you could do those things with your friends
more often.
Yeah,
Like,
more often.
like-
It's not that we don't set aside the money, but like
Well,
it
and
is
here's
now
the
a
thing.
chore for us.
Exactly.
It
It's
really
not like
is.
going bowling or going golfing every week where we can reserve a spot and we can,
And pay
Poke-
$30-$40.
Exactly,
And then
Pokemon
call it a
cards.
day.
And now it's getting so hard to even just find them.
Like, all right, fucking take my liver
That-
and let's
Exactly.
hang out.
Yeah,
That
for
to
real.
get together with your
Let's all
friends.
call off work and take my liver.
Exactly.
Jesus.
That to get together with your friends anymore and just open a pack or two is a near Herculean task,
Yeah, and like I don't know.
I don't want to go down that road again. We already said enough about it.
we
but
really did. But yeah, reconnecting with old
Same
friends.
thing. Yeah,
that's
Your
the
competitive
that's the key.
Rekindling all that cool shit.
That's
Well,
the
like,
key. That's
reminisce-
what makes
Like,
Pokemon.
dude,
I think.
even me and one of my buddies recently, like, we went out for dinner the other night. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. We used to play a Pokemon League together at Arby's. Dude, it was badass. Like,
See?
we just talked and bullshit, And not
Caught
even
up.
just about Pokemon, but just about life in general. And it's like, it's cool. And then we go back to the Pokemon talks, like, and it was like, oh, he turned out he was a judge recently at a regional championship. Like, dude,
That's cool.
That's kick ass. Yeah. And that
Like-
was like right around COVID. And I'm like, that's pretty sick, dude. Like, this is
Yeah,
what I've been
dude.
up to with Pokemon. I've been drafting with friends and, like, we just talk, chill.
We've
and
definitely
we can
gone
play
more
with our old
casual
decks.
than
Yeah,
when we were younger.
it's all those things. Like for you, I know it's
the camaraderie.
It's also for you. I know you and your brothers heavily collected the cards.
Oh yes. Like I said earlier, they got me into it at a very, very young age. I mean, Cody's 3 years older than I am, so
Yeah.
by the time I'm 3-4 years old, he's 6, 7, 8 years old. He's pretty well got a grasp of the whole franchise by then, and. I mean, in 2004, it was pretty simple still,
Very simple. Like we were still in Kanto for the anime.
Yeah. There's no frou-frou wearing fucking 8 different things.
Man, it was so simple. I want to bring up, because a big part of it, for my memories, is the playground rumors. I know we'll end up discussing this more in detail later on, but I just have to bring it up now, because that's a big part of what it means to me and the memories I have, is the playground rumors. You remember...
The Discovery.
Yeah, yes, I mean, you remember kids at the playground being like, okay, if you hit A on the white rock outside the Moss Deep Space Center 38.73 times, you'll be able to go to the moon and catch Jirachi. Stuff like that.
Yeah, or Mew 3 was a
Mew
big
3.
one.
Mew 3 was a huge one. It has to be Leaf Green Edition. You have to beat the game with a Blastoise. You have to I remember so much. I mean,
and then discovering that some of those were true, like Missing No,
a
and the new truck glitch.
A big example that was real was the Reggies. I mean, it sounded like a damn... it sounded like it was fake.
Sounded like that kid in the back was smoking crack.
Yes!
Yeah.
But it was real. I mean, you
Yeah,
have to have a
first
Wailord
time-
and a Relicanth in the back of your party. You have to have... The Wailord has to know die. Relicanth needs to know some Rock Smash. You have to learn Braille. I mean, none of this makes any sense, but that was real.
I won't lie, it does lend more credence to Mew 3.
Exactly. That's what made all of that believable, is stuff like that was real. So hearing things like Mew 3, just do this, do that, all of a sudden now there's a Mew clone. Woo.
Yeah, and
in
the 2000s, we didn't have, like...
mass internet access.
Yeah,
think about
it
that.
was...
Oh, yeah.
For us, we had to
I think the best
petition our parents to go on the computer.
The best internet access you had that was unrestricted was in the school library at Burbank Elementary, man.
It's so true. It's so true. You're like, get me in here. Get me in here.
I remember stalking the Pokemon Center website back then, 2005, 2006, in the
was it even
elementary
the Pokemon Center at that point?
It was just Pokemon.com, I believe. It was all just one website still. You could play, like, little games. You could
because
buy
everything had
cards.
Flash games.
Man, I miss those days.
And
But those are the memories that helped forge why I love this franchise so much. What helped... It helped raise me in a way,
yeah,
I know you guys are the same.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine growing up without it.
For sure.
For
sure.
For real. And then, Dunn, I know you on the Converse side to me and Dylan. We got more into the video.
You were, way more video game.
You got really heavy into the card game. And
Real heavy in the TCG. So, like, kind of like you stated it. I got into it when I was real young and then kind of got you into the card game.
Yeah.
Just kind of collecting, you go to some yard sales here or there, pick, like,
the
cards
Seville
up.
sale.
Yeah, you'd pick some cards up. That's where I got my first ever deck, and it was the Machamp deck, and that's what got you into it. But from there, it was just like yard sales over the years. Mom, hey, buy me a pack here, buy me a pack there. Build the collection.
And even talking about
And
yard
then-
sales, like finding something at a
Oh,
yard sale.
yeah,
And that
100%.
was always the best feeling. And when
It's
you would be
still a
like,
great
Mom,
feeling. Yeah.
please.
This Team Magma card's only 50 cents. It's
Please.
like, but like, yeah, and your mom's like, this shit's worthless. But now it's like, shit's a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
bought a house
it's
with the
little
cards I
gold
had.
mine.
Yeah, and then from that, obviously you went way from.
Super competitive.
I mean, it was too complicated for me back then. You were into the shit so deep.
I was
like,
baffled.
We would go to like city championships all the time. I remember one time I went to like 4 or 5 city championships in 1 week because they had a city championship bash around here, and that's when I ran. I think it was the Flygon deck.
I remember.
I piloted that. I know.
That was Dragons Exalted, right?
Oh man.
No, that was Boundaries Crossed.
Boundaries Crossed.
Another
So
good set.
So then the prizes were actually legendary. I believe was legendary treasures, which was crazy to think about. It was crazy. It was Boundaries Crossed and legendary treasures. But just like that time with friends
The
was
minds are hinged.
crazy. Like those times going to those tournaments with friends meant everything, and like just circling back to the whole, we
It comes full
play with
circle,
some cool people. Those are the people I like to just chill and BS with. But I would go to tournaments like regional championships, national championships. You get a hotel room.
I remember when you got your.
I remember you going
every
to
fall. We would
championships
go to the regionals.
Yep,
You
I remember
got
you going
the
all the
regional
time.
trophy, right? Or was that?
That was Justin. So he actually copied my deck, changed 3 cards.
And
I didn't make-
Yes, I remember.
I
this.
didn't make top 16. I got 19th place. I bubbled because my resistance was bad. And then he gets in, and then he ends up winning the whole damn tournament. So it's
Isn't
like,
that
Yeah,
something?
and that's when he
Cool.
got to go to Worlds because he got his free Worlds invite.
He did get his Worlds invite through that eventually. Yeah.
But it was
Yeah,
nationals
like-
and then Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just crazy.
It's pretty cool. When
Yeah,
you look
and-
back on these
And-
sort of things.
and then-
But this
and
is
then my-
what helped build the
Yeah,
foundations of
and
why
then,
we
and
love
then,
it
like
so
back
much.
to the whole national thing. Like my one buddy got a top 4, and in that same national, my buddy won Masters.
Yeah.
He beat a
Yeah.
well-known player And it was just crazy. And then I just remember sitting there, and we each ripped open both of their cases of Flash Fire, which is now ridiculous to think about.
May I remind you all, this was 10 plus years ago, dude.
Yeah,
I
this is a
hate to
long
think of that.
time ago.
I feel like an old head talking about this stuff, man. Like,
It does. I've never felt so old, but so okay with being old right now.
because, like we said, this is what built the foundation of why it's so important to us. I mean, fuck, dude, I remember being at school talking about, like, oh, Jarrett's going to do this. Cole's got that. I'm battling this guy with, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Dude, going to school and playing your DS was the ultimate flex.
Trying to not get caught. Being like, guys.
I remember
flipping your DS open and being like, I finally hatched this shiny, you know?
Well, yeah, hours of the shiny hatching in Cole's basement.
Oh,
together.
Oh, God.
Between,
days of no sleep.
Yeah, you'd have that penny under your 3DS going around the circle.
Yeah.
And then, like, those nights were awesome.
Awake for 48 to 72 hours, just...
3-4 days.
Alpha Sapphire to Mega Ruby, that was awesome. And then I went to college, and then, you know, I kind of had to give that up a bit. That took a little bit of a backseat. I still got Sun and Moon and stuff. Couldn't play the card game competitively or anything just because I didn't have a car, didn't have the
you
money,
weren't even in the
didn't have
country
any...
for a minute.
Yeah, I was
very
in
true.
Poland there for a minute, but yeah, it's like I just didn't have the means to do it. And then, ironically enough, a Pokemon buddy went to my college. So I'm like, oh, what the hell? And so that was cool. We shot the shit about that. We just played very casually on the side, and then I just got back into it like a couple years after I got back from college. So that's about that.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's such a valuable piece of our lives. Like, it is so integral.
I think that's why it's so important to a lot of people, is because they could agree with us from what we've said, I'm sure, because...
Everyone has the stories we have in their own way, experiences, and some people, much like your cousins, have the story of their cards being burned because they are of the devil.
Yep.
And
man, everyone remembers the Pokemon Satanism scare.
Yeah. Yep.
Even if you weren't around for it, you remember it. You know.
And it's like, whoa, we're not Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
That's a whole different topic.
We're not a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
But
that needs to become a regular. That needs to become a regular joke.
We're not a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
We're not a Magic podcast.
Yeah, we're not that stinky.
We're not that stinky.
We're not a chaotic podcast.
We only rant and ramble and derail. There are no rails on this train. Give me about 12 seconds.
All right. Technical difficulties. We're back, and apparently we're starting a Patreon.
Sign up for that. There's gonna be good stuff at some point, maybe, probably.
Good content.
Yes, favorite modern set. Hit me with it, because mine personally might be Scarlet Violet base. Sounds stupid, but I love the IRs in it. So
I think there's a lot to be said. One of the IRs I really love is in your master set, in fact.
Obsidian Flames?
Yeah.
So you like Obsidian, huh?
Well, the Rev Room. The Rev Room.
I do love that Rev Room.
In the Team Star vehicle.
Very cool.
It's honestly one of my favorite modern Pokemon alt arts. If we're going out of all the alt arts, I mean, 151 hit it so hard. It was such a good set.
And I can't judge anyone for saying that's their favorite.
But I feel like that's so the set to say. So, what set do I want to say?
You look like a Paradox Rift guy.
I mean, I could say Rift. Rift had a lot of good pulls.
Well, and you pulled good out of it.
Apparently that's possible.
Some would say.
Rift was fun. I think Temporal Forces was one of those sets that did better for...
It got slept on.
Yeah, for the current Pokemon.
I know which one's my favorite, so... I swear to God, if you say the same one, then I'm going to say I'm going to smack you. Say it. Say what you want to say.
And on this part of the podcast...
what fight breaks out?
What set was this feeling?
That's a good question.
Was that Obsidian or Paradox?
It's not Obsidian.
Was that Surging?
It could be Surging.
It might be Surging.
We probably sound stupid as hell right now.
Shows how little we know.
We just
talk
ooh, pretty shiny.
Well, all right. Like on a genuine note, some of my favorite. Like I don't know if I have a favorite.
Little hands.
I don't know if I have a favorite set so much, but I definitely have favorite like
cards
IRs that I've gotten. The Spheal is definitely one of those.
It's a nice one.
I no longer hold on to it, but the Guard of War line was my favorite.
The Guard of War line was awesome.
It was probably
I
my
loved
favorite.
the Metagross arts.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Uh,
Out of what was that, Journey?
I think that was Journey. Journey
nice.
actually.
Journey,
It's
it was very
definitely
slept on.
because
really,
then Rivals came out.
Yeah.
I'm
Destin
actually
had
going
some-
to give it to
some
Journey.
good
Okay.
cards.
I Journey or Surging.
I mean, Ends, Reshiram, and Zoroark.
I
alone
have
sell me,
all of the
so-
Ends Pokemon, and that's all I need.
Well, that's enough to sell me on this set. You know.
Well, like Ends Zoroark and Ends Reshiram, such good cards, and I really wanted the Ends Reshiram because I had the Ends Zekrom from the Sword and Shield era.
I have that one from Crown Zenith.
From Crown Zenith, yeah. And I remember thinking, oh, I want to do this as like personal
Another
draft
good one
promos
from
us.
the modern.
Do you remember me saying this? I think I said it to both of you. I want to get 4 draft promos for us: the Ends Zekrom and the Ends Reshiram. And Journey wasn't out at this point; it hadn't even been announced. And they're like, Cole, we got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
And that finally being released for me was like, finally, I can complete a set piece.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have the trainer cards back. And to actually... And I think I like Destined a bit more. Just I
Everyone
spent a lot...
does.
I spent a lot less time with it.
I mean, I remember the original Team Rocket set from my cousins because they were around, obviously, when all that was coming out.
No, they're not. Sorry.
Well, they sort of are. They sort of aren't. They're in and out of prison, you know,
okay.
so that sort of thing.
Prison one. Yeah.
Maybe if they had kept their Pokemon cards and my aunt didn't burn them, you know. I mean,
now they're all
one of those life-altering events.
Now they're a swole.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is I'm the only one out of my family that enjoys Pokemon as much as I do, and I'm the only one that turned out normal. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Turned out normal?
Normal enough.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush you.
Normal enough.
We've talked about it. We all have autism, okay?
Normal enough, Cole.
Just to read it.
No,
There's a reason we're sitting here ranting about all
that.
this.
No, that's fair enough. You are definitely probably the most normal of what I've met of your family.
That's being nice about it, I guess.
Let's see. Oh yeah, can I say my set?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
We
got
derailed
some- hard derail.
I'm glad you brought us back to the rails.
Yeah,
What's your favorite, most
Yeah,
modern set?
favorite modern set.
So I'm with Cole. I definitely put it between two. One is definitely Temporal Forces, but I would say that is probably my second favorite.
Okay.
Second
Now,
favorite.
obviously I really like Raging Bolt and all that shit. Because of the competitive stuff, I had hella fun playing that deck on PTCG Live.
Yep.
Very beautiful card. This dude about died in the Sheets parking lot when he pulled that alt card.
That
And then somehow it graded
I
his
heard
Siege
the
That
story.
card's still sitting
He's
in the
like,
shop, by the way.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still sitting in there.
Low key,
Pop
I
up
just
to
want to
their
go
case.
buy it and then just put it in my slab case and never tell you. So, it has crossed my mind. And I would totally
This
pay them in
asshole.
cash. I would pay them in cash just for the discount.
You're a little late for all of my slabs.
Yeah, those unfortunately went away.
They got snagged.
But so that was crazy. So that's definitely
Temporal's
number 2.
top 2.
Now, number 1 is definitely one we drafted. It has gone up in price significantly since then. It was high in the competitive scene. Twilight Masquerade.
Twilight was a
definitely-
great set.
Twilight was so much fun to
Oh,
open, man.
The Frostlass, I love the Frostlass from that set.
And Frostless.
The
was
promos
actually
were kick-ass,
playable as
man.
fuck.
Yeah, it's competitive.
The promos were cool in that set.
Promos were cool.
The was that the one with the
Ogre Pawns were nuts. Teal Mask.
yeah.
What was Aegislash for? Was that Twilight?
I think that was Twilight. That was
Might have been.
I think
I'm
so
gonna look
actually.
this up,
Look,
actually.
you almost need to look
But,
that.
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna start googling
But
stuff
so-
so we don't sound like idiots.
Yes, that's true. That's true. But like, also, I just love the Twilight, or because of Twilight, I really like the Teal Mask Ogre Pawns because I pulled
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 of those. I think I pulled 3 of them during that draft. We drafted a sealed case of that.
Dude, all
that
of
was
man.
cracked. And then the
That was
Blood
so
Moon
much fun.
Ursalana. You had the Blood Moon
so good.
Ursalana,
Hey.
which is hella playable.
So good.
Very cool. You just drop it and freaking just kill everything.
And it had some really cool illustration
Hey, guys.
in that set.
Yeah.
You wanna know what the Aegis Slash is from?
What?
Twilight?
What would the funniest set for that?
Paradox? Yeah.
It's from
Paradox.
Rift.
Yeah.
Leave it to my favorite
Is your
Pokemon to
stupid
be from
spiel
one of my
there, too?
favorite.
Is your spiel from there, Cole?
I hate it. I hate it.
Because I pulled one too.
I hate it.
I'm
And-
not the lucky one for the record. I just can
Uh,
only hit in that set. That's
so-
this asshole.
Yeah.
No, he's lucky when it comes to
That
Aegis
one.
Slash and
Oh, yeah.
Alakazam.
But Cole,
Thanks
you're,
for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
your
You're
spiel-
welcome.
Hey, your spiel is Surging Sparks.
Okay.
Surging. Okay, so you were right. You,
I was
you
right.
said that.
Surging.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really
He's
do.
batting
Like,
500 today, guys.
I
Sign
never
this
bat
man up.
500.
Sign this man up.
I bat
Holy
like a
crap.
2 on a good day.
Damn, sign this man up.
But no, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off. Twilight. The Ogre Pwns, like, especially the alternate arts.
There were some really cool ARs and SARs and all that good stuff.
The Greninja was in that set. The Infernape.
Yeah, the Greninja.
Yeah.
I forgot about the
Yeah.
I
Greninja.
really like the Infernape. I actually got mine graded.
Yeah, me too.
Forgot about the Greninja. How could you?
How could you?
I don't know, man.
What?
There's just
Twilight-
So,
what
there's
was
so many other cool stuff.
I
that was the
also,
big chase.
as far as,
Definitely the Greninja.
modern sets, I was also a really big fan of,
Yeah, you didn't say yours.
well, I did Scarlet Violet base.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I mean, I'm gonna typecast because his Creepcast hat, but I'm gonna say this guy's a Shrouded Fable guy.
I was about to bring up Shrouded Fable because I like the Duskcloud.
That's a
Duskmore
very
Dusclops line.
controversial set.
I know,
It's
and
yes and no.
it's
like-
only because of one line. I will not try to deny it. I'm
That's it.
very
Well,
biased.
it was also the introductory to the Pokeballs and the Master Balls.
yeah, and I'm glad that they it was a fun
the
set.
Pheasant Dippity EX, the Pheasant Skibbity. That dude-
Pheasant Skibbity.
It's crazy. Don't sue us. But yeah, he's
Skibbity's not trademarked.
Yeah, it is.
just,
Is it? Oh God.
Oh, I don't know, but just a lot of people say Pheasant Skibbity.
Let me say it again. Skibbity.
No, like the
Oh.
the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Anyways.
This is probably being cut out.
Code Skibbity for 20% off your G Fuel.
That.
Yeah.
Elite Fourcast is not affiliated with G Fuel in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. It definitely
You're
is.
absolutely doing the ad reads.
I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that.
But,
Yeah, no. That was a fun set for me. Also,
Masquerade was fun because you kicked ass at that draft. You annihilated
you
us.
dropped
who did?
Him.
three Tail Mask Ogre Pond.
I was gonna say, didn't he draw the ogre ponds?
No, I was pointing to him. Didn't you run Phalanx Mousehold?
Yeah.
Did
You ran
I?
Household.
I ran Mousehold. I did because I pulled that cool one.
You
Yep.
did,
That's right. I pulled
I think that was
AR or
awesome.
whatever.
I ran Frostlass, Monkey Dory, Greninja, Alakazam.
There's some fun decks you can build out of that. You know, it was a fun set.
It was a very diverse
Everyone,
draft.
I
and
know it's a controversial set, blah blah blah, but I think it was a lot of fun. You know, needless to say,
Yeah,
it had some
Shrouded.
cool cards. Yeah, Shrouded Fable.
We're talking about so much here. We're all over the board.
Well, that's
Everything mixes.
That's a
from the last,
podcast
like,
for you.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna.
From the last few years, it's like everything just kind of mixed.
Yeah, because it's so
It's
hard to
pick
get
it apart. Yeah,
It's hard to get. And
It is
to
hard to
find
pick it
random
apart, too.
sets.
it really is.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them mesh together really well.
I think
know?
you can I
This
can
whole
remember
era.
my decks, and I can remember prizes, but I can almost not match them to the
What
sets
set?
we did.
Exactly. I can almost remember
get
even
them?
pulls.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm just tired.
Fair enough.
Can almost even remember pulls, like,
Oh yeah.
but I can't match it to the set. You know.
Yeah, I can't like match Twilight Masquerade because green.
Yeah.
Every big hit was green.
Yeah.
You're
Except for the big,
right.
except for Big Moon Bear. But
Yeah.
it's-
I mean, you're not wrong though.
Moonbear, yeah.
Uh,
I ran one of those too. God.
yeah,
Alright,
you,
then.
You pulled that. I couldn't.
what sets are you guys most excited for coming up? That's another good one. How about that?
Dylan, you already know my answer.
Phantasmal.
It's not
I think-
even because. All right,
Spam that Walmart checkout, bitches.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Make sure no scalpers get nothing.
yeah. I'm not going to talk about that.
We already went down that road. We're not doing it again.
Yeah, but I almost went controversial, and we're just going to stop right there. Anyways,
Kill John Lennon.
But honestly, when I got through and got that Phantasmal Flames order, I was in the bathtub and I was thinking to myself, man, if I don't get this, I'll bring a toaster in here.
I'll bring a toaster.
But we got through. We just spammed the cart boys. It's what we did.
I'm just hoping I can get through soon.
Hashtag cart boys.
Because I don't know if I want Phantasmal as much as I want,
The Rayquaza set?
Yeah.
The next one?
because
With
that one
Rayquaza
sounds
Zygarde?
so cool, man.
It
Sounds
really
very
does.
interesting.
Well, Mega Rayquaza is one.
So what
Rayquaza. It's
you're
Quasar,
saying
like
is-
Quasar.
So what you're saying is hear me out. We had Roaring Skies.
Oh
We had
no.
Evolving Skies.
Oh,
What
no.
the fuck is this gonna be? Part 3? Mega Skies?
It will be, I bet. Why did you just call that?
I feel like
Mega Skies?
I hate that.
Is that not it?
I hate that.
it might
It
be.
definitely could be.
Well, Phantasmal Flames doesn't have Mega in it at all.
No.
No, but I believe it does say Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flame.
Yeah, because this set,
because
like,
this is these.
Okay.
It's gonna be like probably 4 would be my guess, and they're gonna all revolve around the whole
the Mega Evolution, yes.
So
Well, yeah. I'm very excited for all of the Mega sets, as you know, because I have Pokemon autism in the way that I have spent the last 10 years. This is probably a good time to talk about this. Let's all talk about our autism.
we'll
moment.
be your therapist. It's okay.
Oh, I've been your therapists too.
No.
Especially yours at the shop.
Cole, I can spend my whole life savings in this very moment. Who needs a home
I
down
have
To a
this
man on the dark
obscene
web.
Who needs a down
obsession.
payment on the home?
to collect all of the Pokemon in card form without buying singles online. I'm not allowed. I have to either pull them in a pack or find them in a shop. I can't hand them a list. I can't go on their website and search if they have it. I have to walk in. I have to either see the card in the display case,
Blow all his money on stupid packs.
Yes.
buy Sun and Moon packs for a circuitry that will never come. Ever, and then wander in one day and by happenstance find it.
It's true. It did happen.
That's literally how that
That was the last Pokemon, but now I'm collecting all the forums, and I need all the Megas, so of course I'm excited.
Yeah.
And you're excited for Rayquaza.
I mean, it's cool.
What are you excited for then?
Buying a box and sitting on it for 5 years and making money.
Good old
You
Jarrett.
can splooge to your megas, and I'll splooge when I sell it for a bunch of money.
You are a sealed collector.
Yeah.
You were before.
you always have
before.
been.
That's the thing.
You never.
You had sealed Heart Gold, Soul Silver box.
Yeah.
I remember.
Way back, yeah.
It wasn't like something that sparked because of, again,
No.
recent events. This is something
That hasn't helped, sure, but like it's not something like
That you've
it's
just been now started.
Yeah.
You know, you've been
no,
doing
it's
I
this.
not
had-
something you're necessarily
dude,
glad about.
no. I had a pack of what was it? I regret selling that, but it was like the Supreme Victors pack. It was. Do you remember? It had like the Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard promo, but they screwed up and they put it like a Metang in there. It was like a Charmander Metang and Charizard.
Yep.
So they like mixed the two. And I should have never sold that because it's probably worth a fuck ton of money right now because it was like an error.
Yep.
But I just needed the money. I got out of college. But that even shows back then I was collecting sealed shit.
Yeah,
So.
It's always been something that you're interested in.
like
I, for one, am not a sealed guy. If something is sealed in front of me, it won't be for long.
we had to spend so much time. Speaking of therapy, talking you into not opening the jungle pack.
Hell yeah.
Well, when you buy a mystery bag and you get a jungle pack, what do you do with it? I want to open that. I want to see what's in it. I don't know.
Yeah, except the only card worth anything in jungle is the Snorlax.
All I'm saying.
Great defense.
I give you props.
Great defense.
All I'm saying.
I will say that
I didn't open it.
No, I give you props.
You did good. You did good.
The willpower.
The willpower was strong because
I didn't have to lock it away in a safe
calls,
either.
With the force is with me.
The amount of Discord calls I sat on with you, and you're like, Cole, I could open this jungle pack right now.
It didn't have to sit in a safe, and away from my eyes where I couldn't think about it or nothing. No. It's totally fine.
But I guess for our last little bit here, is there anything else you think we've missed, want to touch on?
Not specifically. Dude, there's so many rabbit holes that this podcast can and will go down.
And that's,
it will be amazing, and that's the beauty of it.
That's the truth of the matter, is that ultimately we are going to have those discussions. We're going to talk about everything and anything. But this is more of our general episode. And of course, we hope to have Ian here for more of our discussions. And it won't always be all four of us.
No,
yeah. Right now it's the three of us.
Yeah. Sometimes
The Elite Fourcast is not affiliated with always being 4 members. The Elite Fourcast is also not affiliated with Nintendo or the Elite Four in any way, shape, or form. Please don't sue us.
Touche. I think that honestly is a perfect way to end this.
I think so too.
I am excited for the future of where this goes, and
video game talks, TCG talks, deep rabbit holes with conspiracies.
We already have
lore talks.
Got them all down.
We have a bunch.
Maybe
of
some tier list eventually. Go through. That'd be some great things to debate.
Discussion
New
of our favorite
drawings every
Pokemon.
week.
There's Porygon too. It says, "Have you seen this mon?" But it's cut off because
we'll fix that
problems.
eventually.
Yeah.
First world ceiling problems.
Yeah, I think that was a good. Yeah, I think this is good. I think it's going to be a good time, and as long as we're here having fun, I think everyone else will have fun.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Just enjoy us talking about the thing we love. But well, I'm sure we love other things.
Member, you member.
Oh, I remember.
Remember
I
EX
think that's a
Legend
great
Maker.
ending point.
Oh, yeah.